Welcome, Libra, to your weekly love reading for April 9th to the 15th of 2018. So this will be your do a 10 card Celtic cross spread for you this week as to what you might be experiencing, an event that might come through in your love life. All right. So this will be, you can go to the website Psychicloveheals.com to schedule something that's for your specific energy, as this is going to be a general reading. It may not resonate directly with your situation. All right. So let's see. Libra in love, April 9th to the 15th of 2018. Okay. So we have the Fool in reverse, and this is usually a card of a lack of trust. Sometimes you're moving too quickly, you're at a risk of something going wrong, so some of you are needing to kind of take a step back to reevaluate your situation, to see where you stand with someone. You could have trust issues with an Aries for some of you out there, but this is kind of taking your time, backing up a little bit. All right. And as you do that, you may be going through a divorce or separation. Someone could be going through a divorce or separation, and they may not be over it just yet. There could be conflict that's going on, and a lot of times this is where you step back from a particular connection, and maybe the other person is not liking it. They're kind of hostile, and this could cause some kind of drama, something that could be theirs. So this is where I feel like you have to kind of take a step back, some time for you to see how things kind of unfold. Some of you are just not wanting to commit because you do have trust issues. That could be what's going on. Some of you are dealing with a Taurus for some who may not want commitment just yet, or they're having issues trusting you. Yes, some doubt and some insecurities may be coming through. Sometimes this does lead to drinking, alcohol, drugs, different things like that. But some of you could be dealing with a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Children could be in the equation. But I feel here that there are some emotional issues that need to be resolved when it comes to the connection between you and another person. And I feel that some of you might get you may separate with someone. There could be a breakup, a minor separation, or something big that does happen, and it could be someone else interfering in a relationship. That's what I sense there. The recent past were issues where you were not working with your partner. There is potentially conflict, competition, disagreement on the home front, the job front, the workplace. It just depends, but there does seem to be some kind of interference in your relationship, and there could be issues again with crying, drinking a lot, staying to yourself. Now, this is not for everyone. When I'm saying these things, you're related to what you might be going through personally, but I feel that there could be some issues there as you're dealing with something that's not quite pleasing to you emotionally. Love might not be coming through, and even if it is, you're either shutting someone down or they're kind of being closed off because they're not quite ready just yet. And the near future, you do have the Nine of Cups, something that's coming towards you. Now, this is usually where you're happy to maybe intertwine or interact with others. You may be happy that you are stepping away from a connection that's been very tense for some of you out there. And this is what I get a sense of. If you let someone go and you're kind of happy to kind of separate from that person, this is like, yeah, you smile, but try to not to stick that in that person's face so that you're making them resentful or kind of having these things for you where they want to kind of revenge. They want to build that up or build some kind of plan to get you back. So those could be some issues. So yeah, you may be feeling good about something or different prospects that could be coming through, but just be careful about that. But the feel good factor is coming in. All right, now your energy. Your response is the King of Swords, and this is usually where you're taking upon yourself to be independent, focusing on yourself, staying true to how you feel, what you think about, what's on your mind, and not necessarily worried so much about how someone else is feeling about your choices, the things that you've done to sever a tie, sever a connection, to do what's right for you at this time. If you feel like that needs to be done, I feel. And it could be another Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini that you're dealing with. All right, and how others are seeing you or your partner is that you do want the past back. You might be dealing with another person that you're thinking about them. You're wanting them to come around. You could be dealing with children as well. But I feel like this is still reminiscing about the past, but still having your boundaries set up where even if you want that person back from the past, it still requires you to kind of see and evaluate how that person might treat you in the future, what's going on in the past, and because that could be a precursor for what could happen in the future. So you kind of watch what's going on first. So kind of being detached this week, I feel, for some. Your partner, what's going on with them? They're moving on away from you, maybe disconnecting in some way, maybe because even if they approached you, or maybe they feel like they can't really get in or get through, and even if they've done something wrong, their explanation to what's going on, it's not enough, and them having to move away and disconnect and do their own thing is something that they may be doing. Some of you, it could be a moving out, relocating, but you do have the outcome of the 8 of Wands, so there is opportunity to communicate. A lot of communication is going on, which could lead to, say if you're partying or doing a whole bunch of different things, what's being said may not come through as clearly or genuinely as it could if you were maybe sober, or your partner was sober. Something like that could be going on, because I see a lot of the emotions are kind of turned upside down, which is leading to over expressing yourself and maybe not so much in the best light. So a lot of communication, maybe phone calls, text messages, things like that going on. So a lot of busy energy, which could make you happy, and it could be someone from your past is kind of coming back around to see what can happen with this connection. So let's clarify the Fool in reverse for Libra. You do have the King of Wands, and I feel like this is the Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius that you could be dealing with. But for some of you, you're taking a step back to see whether or not you can trust this individual, whoever this person might be. You're doing things slowly, methodically, before you are to move too quickly into a relationship. Clarify the Hierophant in reverse for Libra. Yeah, you're stressed about, it's almost like if you're not wanting commitment right now, you're worried that the other person is not liking it too much, and whether or not they're going to bring up certain issues, certain topics, whether or not you're going to be able to keep the space that you want or desire. Something like that is there for some of you. Clarify the Ace of Cups in reverse for Libra. Disappointed, stressed, walking away from someone or something, I feel. Clarify the Nine of Cups for Libra. Maybe the fact that you may be in an argument with someone and receiving a message from them or hearing back from that person, it could make you happy. Even if it is aggressive, at least you're hearing from them. That's what that energy tells me. Clarify the Six of Cups for Libra. Yes, some of you could be still going through a breakup or separation, or temporary separation because of financial insecurity or doubt, right? Some of you are wanting someone back that's married. They are with someone else, and that's why they're moving on, and you can't really make that connection. Clarify the Six of Swords for Libra. The Seven of Swords. That person that you're dealing with, whoever it might be, they're not being honest. They're not being honest about how they feel. Maybe they have not been honest with you in the past, so that could be part of the problem, part of the issue, I feel. Let's see. Energies, messages for Libra for April 9th to the 15th of 2018. I love. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. This could be deep issues that you could be dealing with in your love life, and it could distract you from your romantic life in some way. There could be issues with children as well. You tied with another person romantically, and that being on both sides. It could be that the person that you're trying to get to know, they're dealing with a marriage that they're trying to move away from. Messages for Libra for April 9th to the 15th. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance, and I feel like this is still part of you detaching a bit this week, trying to do your best to stick to how you feel, how you're being treated in some way, and making sure that if you are texting and communicating with that person, that the aggressiveness, yes, you could be happy about it, you could get aroused from you going back and forth with somebody, but make sure that it's a healthy kind of communication where you don't fall into a trap of being manipulated or someone being deceitful. So those are your messages for the week. I do hope that they help you out. Lots of love, lots of light. Make sure that if you would like a private or personal reading, that you go to the website psychicloveheals.com and schedule something for you. All right, have a good one.